if it is a comfort to you, the first time around is going to take the longest. This is because in addition to posting new content, you are also registering for the sites. You will be reading all of the terms of service, checking out the submission guidelines, browsing potential posting niches, and looking in the members-only forums. It's a bit like buying a used car. You will want to walk around a few times, kick the tires, and figure out who else may have owned the car or who has been using it lately. However, don't think of any of this browsing around as wasted time. Putting your work on the web with this many article directory sites may seem daunting. But like any crowd, once you get to know the individual members a little better, you will feel right at home. Additionally, putting your work out for syndication with such a wide selection of sites will guarantee that your content is available the length and the breadth of the internet. Who knows what might happen to your good content? How many little golden link backs you will receive for all of this effort? It may be well worth it. Further food for thought. Technorati.com stated that the average age of a successful blog was 3 years. Taken against a 3-year timeline, spending a week or two researching and registering with quality article directory services will not seem like a big-time investment. Remember, you do it for the inbound links, for the exposure, and for the chance to get enough traffic to your website that you can make a comfortable part-time income. And you can do it. Don't doubt yourself. Syndication is not rocket science, just a bit of work. Remember the man in Hawaii with the crazy cats? If he can do it, so can you. What to expect from syndication. Reality. You just done all of this work signing up and registering yourself with 30 to 40 good article directory services. As time goes on, what can you reasonably expect from this in terms of traffic? To be honest, this is something that very much depends on the quality of your piece and the interest in your niche area. For most topics, you can expect a small trickle of regular traffic to start hitting your site in the weeks after you first post up an article. Perhaps you will get 10 to 15 hits, click-throughs to your site, and 1 or 2 link backs from each directory. As you continue to share content, you will become a known quantity and start getting more quality traffic. Now, if your topic is hot or the posting is particularly timely, you could get anywhere from 100 to 10,000 hits per day. This is the blogger's equivalent of hitting the jackpot. It doesn't happen every day, but when it does, the rewards are worth the wait. New developments in syndication, RSS. The latest development in web syndication and sharing of content is known as Really Simple Syndication, RSS. We've just been through rather difficult syndication with all of the article directory service posting, and I don't want to diminish that in any way. Article directories are a proven method for getting inbound links and traffic to your site, and you should continue to make syndicating content through article directories part of your traffic management strategy. However, if you are not moving up the road, you are likely to be roadkill, so it pays to be aware of what is coming up on the horizon for syndication. RSS is new, and it seems to be really simple once you take the time to understand the programming language and software installation. However, it is not broadly understood, not extensively used, although adoption rates and usage are on the rise, and not entirely proven. What an RSS application does is syndicate your blog post, links, and other web content to other sites automatically, building inbound links while you sleep. It does this through continuous content feeds using a programming language called XML. While currently the domain of hardcore news junkies, RSS usage is rising in the mainstream sites, and some of the early reports claim RSS brings in good quality traffic and increases search rankings. As a beginner blogger, it is hardly expected that you would utilize an RSS feed. But as you should be planning to be around the blogosphere for a good while, it pays to know what new trends and developments could improve your ability to drive traffic to your blog. As you plan new additions to your site, it may be worth it to carve out some time to look at installing an RSS application to your blog. One major advantage of taking the RSS plunge is that it trains the bots to visit your page more often. RSS continuously scans and feeds new information onto its display area. To the bot, this means that there has been a change and you will need a new picture of your website for the index. so the bots start coming by more often and give your website a really good rating for freshness. However, it is important to understand that RSS feeds are not to be considered a substitute for quality blog postings created by you. Chapter 8. Resources for Bloggers. Congratulations on making it this far in your journey to become a blogger and make money on the web. As you have been learning, there is a lot out there that a blogger needs to know to be successful. It's quite a bit of detail to wrap your mind around and a lot of information to keep straight. This final chapter will review the main resources that you will absolutely need to become a successful blogger, where to find them, and how to use them. While some of the other chapters focused on the nuances of content and providing traffic for your blog, this section will focus on some of the more logistical challenges that you will face as you begin your blog journey. The main topics covered here will be domain names and web hosting, WordPress software, and some of the top plugin applications for WordPress and how to install them. We'll start at the beginning with domain registration and basic blog site setup. From there, this chapter will look at the WordPress software application and close with a review of other useful plugins and tools for your blog that can make your life easier and help you be more successful online. Domains. A domain is the address, URL, where your blog lives. To self-host your blog, which is the option that gives you the greatest flexibility for customizing the look and feel of your blog and lets you have all the latest and greatest applications, you are going to need to go out and buy a domain for yourself. Fortunately, domain names are not very expensive these days, and you will find that you are spoiled for choice when it comes to domain providers. Some of the biggest names in the domain registration industry are GoDaddy.com and DomainAbbey.com. However, GoDaddy.com spends quite a bit of money on its advertising campaigns, and as a result, the cost of a domain name is slightly higher per year at GoDaddy.com. Domain names are purchased in year-long leases with 2- and 3-year lease options available. As the services are the same, a smart blogger simply must choose DomainAbbey.com for their domain name. If you have never bought or registered a domain name before, you are not alone. There are millions of people who have never bought a website, yet you will find the process to be very straightforward. Before you begin, when going to buy your domain, it is advisable that you first choose a name for your niche site. While you may ask what the point of having a named niche topic site before even having a place where you can host it is, the world of keywords should have you thinking twice about your web name as you go to select your web domain. To save time and frustration at the DomainAbbey website, sit down with your niche topic and brainstorm several names that capture some element of yourself or some element of your niche. You can do keyword research if you think it would help you settle on the perfect name. Have a first choice and a second choice that you are comfortable with at the very least before you head over to DomainAbbey.com. Purchasing your domain. When you are ready to buy your domain, go to DomainAbbey.com. At the site, midway down the page on the left, you will see a blue box with an arrow directing you to start your domain name search. Type one of the names you selected into the box and hit enter. You are looking for a name that you can purchase for the initial year-long lease term. While the average life of a blog is much longer than a year, if this particular niche proves unprofitable, it is best to have to start cheaply. You can buy a domain name for a year-long lease for less than $10 at present. After you hit enter, you may discover that your chosen blog name is already taken. This is why it's best to come up with a backup name for your blog before you are there in the moment and frustrated. If you find that you have a great deal of trouble, click on the More Info link next to the notification that your chosen name is unavailable. This will take you to a separate page where DomainAbbey will suggest a number of options to you. Continue entering the reserved choices until one of the names is available to you. Now, if you are particularly technologically inclined and have your own hosting server at home or work where you can host your blog, then all that you will need to do is proceed from the name selection directly to the shopping cart. Your domain name will be ready in 24 hours or less, usually much less. Once your domain name is ready, you will be able to take things from there using your own hosting capabilities. However, if you are not technologically inclined, but you still want to self-host your blog, then once you have selected your domain name, you will want to look into hosting solutions. The Domain Abbey website can prompt you through the various web hosting options available to you. As a beginner blogger with a limited amount of content, storage capacity is going to be less of a concern to you. One of the basic short-term hosting packages should be more than adequate to meet your needs. Hosting. Hosting is the mechanism whereby your blog will be made accessible to the general public. It is a relatively inexpensive service and will likely not ever grow to be a significant expense for you as a blogger. At present, you can get web hosting for just under $7 a month from Domain Abbey. While you will not get a discount for bundling the server, as a busy blogger and business person, you will find it considerably more convenient to have all of your web applications in one place. Additionally, Domain Abbey offers a great deal of support for its hosted sites. If you find that you have technical difficulties with the website, the Domain Abbey staff is happy to help. They offer 24/7 technical support to their customers. Additionally, they have many other elements of technical support and customer assistance that will be useful to you if you decide to offer subscription services on your blog or set up a shopping page as part of your blog. Once you have purchased your hosting package, you will get the details for your FTP address. While an FTP address may sound quite technical to the uninitiated, it really just functions like a street address with a big empty house on it. Your blog is like the furniture. Once you have your blog software ready to go, you simply point your domain to your FTP address and move in straight away. And speaking of blog software, if you have not already gone to WordPress.org to download your free copy of their blogging software, now is the moment. WordPress software. WordPress has come a long way since it was founded in 2003. Once an unknown company, now it is the leading provider of blogging software and many other web tools for bloggers and online developers at both the amateur and professional level. Not bad for a firm with an original goal to improve typing as we know it. One of the more interesting features of WordPress software is that WordPress is an open source project. This means that the code that supports the software program is completely accessible to developers at all times. Anyone can have a crack at improving it if they see something that needs doing, and there are regular development sessions held to do just that. What this means for you as a blogger is that WordPress is completely customizable if you know a little code. Even if you don't know any code, the hundreds of people worldwide who spend most of their free time working on WordPress are a benefit to you. New updates and sometimes completely new versions of WordPress come out frequently. The current version of WordPress is 2.7, which has very recently arrived. Most of the WordPress versions have had a special nickname in addition to their version number. The nickname for the 2.7 version is in keeping with their jazz theme, so this version is also known as the Coltrane version. If you ever get to a technology convention or need to impress the grandkids with a bit of trivia, you can point out to them that you have the Coltrane version. This version was new in late 2008 and is still being installed throughout the web. By starting with version 2.7, you will not have to worry about updating your WordPress software package anytime soon. The main changes for this version that you will need to be aware of as you blog are the layout and format updates. WordPress tried to complete this upgrade with the end user in mind at all times. They have reduced the number of clicks per task to complete many of the more onerous blog tasks, like posting and bookmarking. It is very intuitive, so if you have never used a product like this before, you are really going to have fun playing with all of the features. Downloading and installing WordPress 2.7. This is really very simple. Go to WordPress.org and click on the 2.7 version download. WordPress brags about their 5-minute installation, but before you begin, it is highly recommended that you read through the system requirements and make sure you have everything ready. If you do not have all the needed items ready, the installation takes quite a bit longer than 5 minutes, but you should still be able to have it up and running in a few hours at the absolute max. The guide to WordPress is known as the Codex. Everything you want or need to know about WordPress is spelled out here using simple, small words in this codex. The installation codex is at codex.wordpress.org/installing WordPress. Depending on your computer and your level of experience with technology products, different parts of the codecs will speak to you and your computer needs. My first home computer fought the zipped file format of many of the software downloads, and so I tried to fix it up without turning to the codecs for advice. Having since seen the codecs and used it, I cannot recommend this software to you strongly enough, just due to the thoroughness of their support. Take it from one that has learned their lesson, and don't be ashamed to turn to this fantastic user's manual for help. In fact, it is my opinion that it is impossible to be a good blogger without reading and understanding at least some of the codex instructions. They make it very simple for readers to understand, even if they don't have any web experience, and give many examples of what things are supposed to look like with their program when it is functioning or running correctly. Additional resources for bloggers. The top 5 WordPress plugins. Yet another free benefit of WordPress being an open source project. Plugins. A plugin is a small computer software program designed to fit inside a host application. Most applications support plugins because they are a good way for others to design extra features for existing software. The parent company doesn't need to make any kind of research and development investment, and both the user and the parent company get the benefits. Plugins can also extend the life of obsolete programs by giving them modern facelifts. Now, WordPress doesn't really need a facelift because new versions are coming out all the time. However, because it is an open-source project, third-party developers have had an amazing level of access to design features, tricks, and toys for WordPress. At last count, WordPress recognized more than 1,384 unique plugins for its software. It really is a wonderful array of customization tools that someone else has spent the time working all of the kinks out on your behalf. These 1,384 plugins are, of course, not created equally, and it would take you most of the rest of your life to get through exploring all of them on your own. After all, while some are very practical, others give you the capability to translate all of your content into pirate speak, if you like. Another popular plugin of late makes your mouse sound like the lightsaber from Star Wars. These are wonderful fun for personal applications, but really have no place in serious blog that you would like to use for income purposes. To help you narrow the herd and separate the entertaining from the truly useful, the list below focuses on the top 5 WordPress plugins. A brief overview of each one is provided along with tips for use and installation information. The all-in-one SEO pack. If you're wondering if you really had the skills to get your WordPress blog search engine optimized and ready for the wider web, then you don't need to worry anymore. More than 850,000 copies of this plugin have been downloaded to nervous blog marketers who are now breathing a sigh of relief. This tool is slick and a real help to new bloggers. This plugin will look at your titles and optimize them for search engine view. If you don't want to do any more keyword research or sweat it out with a thesaurus to try to use your keyword in your title, then don't do it. Just give your best guess to the all-in-one SEO pack, and the program will take it from there. Another neat feature for reluctant taggers is that this plugin generates automatic meta tags. Yet even though it generates the tags automatically, it still allows you complete control of the tags. You have the power to set the meta keywords and descriptions to exactly what you want. You can get this plugin for free at wordpress.org/extend/plugins all-in-one SEO pack. When you arrive, click the button right-hand bar to download the software packet. For any version 2.3 or higher, this plugin will install automatically and begin working immediately. The creators pride themselves on having developed an application which is ready right out of the box. Akismet. If you were worried about spammers infiltrating your blog, this tool will put a stop to all of that. This is a really neat tool that looks through all of the comments that are posted on your blog and removes anything that looks like spam. If you have decided to use comments on your blog, it is hard not to wonder when it will be your turn to get hit with 50 posts about Nigerian money scandals or have some adult content troll back into your site. Automatic Kismet, Akismet is the short version of the name, runs every new post through their servers and removes suspected unwanted items. They have a proprietary analyzer which judges the content. Suspicious content is removed from your site but stored in Akismet's database for 15 days in case you want to review it. This way, you can have the peace of mind knowing you don't have to see the spam, but the security blanket of being able to look through it in case some legitimate posts go missing. Akismet is free to personal bloggers but charges a fee for commercial users of $5 per month. It is available for download at www.akismet.com. Akismet is compatible with all versions of WordPress. Twitter Tools. Twitter Tools is a very straightforward plugin that does one thing and one thing only. This plugin connects your WordPress blog with your Twitter tweets. The tool is compatible with WordPress 2.3 and higher. If you are not familiar with Twitter, it is another very fun blogging toy in its own right. Twitter works on the basis of one simple question: what are you doing? The short answers to this question are displayed in a chronological chain. Updates are known as tweets. This plugin provides a seamless connection, meaning that you can post on either Twitter or WordPress and the content will appear on both sites. However, since Twitter is a microblogging application, if you are trying to make money from your blog, you would want to supplement your tiny tweets with well-developed posts. Twitter Tools is available for free at the download wordpress.org/extend/plugins/Twitter Tools. DMS Guestbook. If you are not interested in enabling comments on your blog, this application may be more to your liking. Uniquely customizable, the DMS Guestbook is an extremely versatile add-on that can really bring some life into your blog. You can change the color of the application, the size, sidebar, widgets, or whatever you might wish. Another feature of the DMS Guestbook is that it supports multiple languages. While your primary language may be English, it is nice to be able to offer other options to your guests and visitors. Further, DMS Guestbook helps you filter out guests who are unwelcome. There is the option for a CAPTCHA box, those letters you need to type to verify that you are a real person, for new posts and visitors. Also, the DMS Guestbook allows full comment management capability, allowing users to screen each and every entry if they would like and remove inappropriate postings before they appear. You can get a copy of it at wordpress.org/extend/plugins/DMS Guestbook. Do note that the DMS Guestbook has been recently updated to be compatible with version 2.7. Once you have downloaded the application, simply unzip the file and follow the installation requirements. All-in-one video pack. One of the biggest up-and-coming trends in the blogosphere is media-rich content. However, using media-rich content has historically been difficult for bloggers, as many blog applications were only designed for text, not photos, video, and music. Mixed media blogs were slow to load, crashed, or displayed low-quality content. The All-in-One Video Pack plugin offers bloggers the video functionality that has been missing. However, this tool is not just for video use. While you can use it for video clips, webcam interviews, and YouTube links, you can also use it to get pictures, playlists, and other rich media streams integrated into your blog. You can even record videos straight to your post. Frankly, this is one of the flat-out coolest tools I have seen in a while, so I am very pleased that it is WordPress version 2.7 compatible. It is available for free download from wordpress.org/extend/plugins/all-in-one video pack. Other useful tools for your blog. Aside from all of the wonderful things going on in the wide world of WordPress, there are also a number of tools at Google that are both free and useful to bloggers. Backlink Search. The backlink search functionality is a great way to measure the success of an ad campaign or even just to see what your numbers are this week. Just go to main search page at google.com and type link, your blog name, into the search box. When you hit submit, Google quickly scans the web to find the number of pages pointing to your page. This number represents your total number of inbound links, backlinks, currently active on the web. Since the total number of inbound links functions to increase your search rankings, having some idea of your numbers can be extremely useful for goal setting and marketing initiatives. Google Analytics. If you are the sort that likes to be presented with graphs, trend lines, and all your visitor traffic data manipulated 6 ways to Sunday, then you owe yourself a trip to Google Analytics. The web address is google.com/analytics, or you can search for analytics in the regular Google search box. The Google Analytics Portfolio program is free, like most of the other Google offerings. Signing up for the service takes less than a minute. You will be asked for your website address, name, and contact information. Google then asks you to add a tracking code to your website so that the bots will know what kind of information to report back with after they visit your site. If you are not doing your own coding or do not have access to your own web code, Google does provide you with the option to email the code to your webmaster. Once the code is installed and working, Google will begin generating reports for you. These reports are incredible, considering they are free. Google Analytics lets you track visitor traffic by the day, week, month, or year. WordPress Stats had some similar features, but after the most recent upgrade, the Stats program is no longer compatible with the blog software. Google, because it is not application-based, does not become obsolete in the same way. You can receive analytics covering the average time per on the page, the sources of your traffic, and reports covering content views and lengths. These detailed analytics reports can help you evaluate many elements of your website. The reports also help you direct your time and money toward the most valuable pursuits. Say, for example, that after posting a set of articles on goarticles.com, that website becomes your biggest source of traffic for the month. This lets you know that this is an effective article directory for you to use and can help you eliminate less effective article directories from your submission list. This will allow you to save time and work toward getting more interest from groups who are already predisposed to visit your site.